kitchen, for example?
Slicing.
Sorry?
Slice.
Slicing, yes. Any other words again?
Boil. Boiling.
Boil, already finished, yes. Boiling, steamer. So there are some words. Grilling, what else?
Toast. Mix. Toast.
Coast. Toast?
Toast. Toast.
Toast, yes. Toasting the bread, okay? Example. Okay, the next one. So there are so many words. So many, what's that? The verb in the vocabulary for the cooking in our daily. So that's wonderful. And next, we're going to watch another video to help us to expand our vocabulary and our understanding about especially Western culinary, Western food, Western cooking in regards to connections with the English vocabulary. Just give me a moment. I'd like to turn it up for you so that you can see those things. Okay.
My job is to make college easier because students have a lot.
Cooking verbs and how to poach an egg.
Hi everyone.
Cooking verbs and how to poach an egg.
Hi everyone. Welcome to the very first video lesson from English. I'm so excited that you're here. So excited, actually, I'm going to do a dance. Okay. Today's lesson is going to be about cooking verbs. And I'm going to show you these verbs by cooking a very simple breakfast recipe. It's called poached eggs on toast. To poach something means to cook it in liquid. So poached eggs are eggs that are cooked in water. So what do we need? 2 fresh eggs, 1 liter of water, 1 tablespoon of white vinegar, a medium-sized fry pan, a spatula, a stove, and to serve our eggs, we'll need some toast, not bread, butter, salt and pepper. Ready? Let's do it. First, light the stove. Put the fry pan on the stove. Then pour the water into the fry pan. Wait until the water is simmering. So to show you the difference between boiling water and simmering water, the water in this pot is boiling, so it's very hot, there's lots of bubbles, and the water in this pan is simmering. So there's a few small bubbles, but it's not yet as hot as boiling. Then add the vinegar to the water and stir with a spoon. Crack the eggs into the pan carefully. eggs are served on toast. So toast is just a slice of bread that has been toasted in a toaster. Spread some butter on the toast. Okay, it's time to get our eggs out of our fry pan. I'm going to use the spatula to carefully lift the eggs out of the fry pan and let the water drain away. And then put the egg on the toast like that and repeat. So an egg has two different parts. The white part is called the egg white, and the yellow part here is called the egg yolk. Very important when you're making poached eggs is that the egg yolk is runny and not hard. So we can test that in a minute. But first, let's add our salt and pepper to our eggs. And cut our yolk open and see if we have a soft, runny egg yolk. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to grab a coffee and sit down and have my breakfast. I hope you've enjoyed this episode.
All right, guys. Hello. Howdy. So we just got a new kind of vocabulary, and that's one of the Western recipe on breakfast. Poached egg. All right. Everybody say poached egg.
Poached egg.
Poached egg.
Poached egg.
Nah, saya mau
Poached
tanya,
egg.
ada yang pernah mencoba memasak seperti ini?
Yes, I tried before. Tapi telurnya nggak direbus, digoreng. Tapi digoreng.
Kalau digoreng ya semua sering ya. Ini stylenya justru direbus. And this is something about poached egg. Everybody say poached egg.
Poached egg.
Nah, saya mau tanya, siapa yang sudah pernah melakukan poached egg?
Hesti, Pak. Hesti, sir. I do.
Oke.
I tried before.
Angelina, Hesti, Rini, how about you?
No, I don't try it before.
You better try it, okay? You need to try it, at least for yourself, okay? All right. Atin, how about you? Have you ever tried it?
tried, sir.
I
using frying.
Oh, wow. Okay. Angelina Vega, I think, have you ever been trying this? Angelina?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have before.
Oh, that's nice. Cool. Awesome. Hernita Setiap Wahyuni, have you tried this one before?
Yes, sir. I have been already, but not use pan, but use a bowl.
All right. Anyway, you guys know that you shouldn't make the egg yolk to be fully cooked. It has to be half. Okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Itu kulit telurnya jangan sampai matang. Kalau matang udah bukan menjadi poached egg. Tapi harus masih menjadi yang ya setengah matang istilahnya kita ya. Kita katakan seperti itu. That's the beauty of it. That's the amazing of it. When you cook and you make a poached egg, it has to be half done, half cooked, so that the egg yolk still, flowing and then amazingly beautiful. Oke, kita review sedikit sekarang. Oke, kita lihat step by step on how do you make the poached egg. Okay? How do you make the poached egg? Step by step. The procedures. Okay? Kalau mau bicara, raise hand ya. Jangan langsung buka mic dan ngomong. Raise your hands please, so that I can give you a chance, all right? Okay, anybody would like to help us and give us some information? What are the first thing to do? The first step. What are the first thing to do when you make a poach egg? Yes, Uun Kuneri, what will be the first one?
Oh, okay. Let me start first. The first step need to make the poached egg is like the store or prepare the ingredients, all the things to cook, and then after we prepare all, like the stove, then put the fry pan on the stove, pour the water into the fry pan, then continue until finish or how?
I only asked the first step. You answer all of them.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. So, Sasa, what is the most important thing? The first thing to do?
First thing to do, need to prepare the ingredient. Two
Okay,
eggs.
stop.
2 eggs.
Prepare the ingredient. Everybody say, prepare the ingredients.
Prepare the ingredient.
Okay, let me ask Atin. Atin, what are the ingredients for poached egg?
Need 2 of egg and water, fry pan, vinegar, toast bread, butter and pepper.
Oh, so you need to know what is the ingredient. The ingredients, number 1 is egg.
Egg press.
2 eggs.
And
then
then 2 eggs.
bread.
And then bread. And then water.
Water.
And then
What?
vinegar.
Vinegar. What else?
And then butter.
Butter. Yeah.
And pepper.
Pepper. Salt. Isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Now let me call about the water. How many milliliter or cc do you think you need it? Let me call somebody else. Okay, Rini, how many water that do you think you need to cook this poached egg?
25 ml water.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
25 ml water.
20?
5 ml water. 25 ml water.
Are you sure about that?
I'm not sure because
Alright.
I go to the restroom.
Okay. Let me. So cute. All right. Emma, can you help us on this, please? Emma?
Is it 1 liter water?
Sorry?
1 liter of water?
1 liter of water. Don't you think that is too much? 1 liter. Come on. Give me a... maybe how many cups? Let's say just talk about the cup. 2 cups or maybe 3 cups or to the most is 4 cups. All right? You got it? The cups? The small cups? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, maybe let's say 2 cups, 3 cups, to the most is 4 cups, so that the 2 eggs can be absorbing or submerged into the water. All right, let me call another person. So after you turn on the stove, all right, you prepare the ingredient first, okay? That's true, and then you turn on the stove, put the frying pan on it. And then you pour the water, let's say 4 glasses of water. And then you need the 2 eggs. Now my question is, what do you do with the 2 eggs? Do you need to break the shells? Apakah perlu dipecahkan cangkang telurnya?
Crack. Yes, sir. To crack the egg.
Crack the eggs, alright? You crack the egg, but you cook with water, not with oil. How many minutes, Angelina Monica?
To make sure for the egg yolk not become hard, we need to cook about 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3
Guys,
minutes. But we need to wait the water simmering first.
yeah.
And then put the egg.
Yeah, you need to wait for the water simmering first. Make sure, and
Yes.
you keep an eye on your cooking, keep your an eye on the process, so that make sure the egg yolk will not be cooked. So it has to be half of it, half cooked. Then you get the best of it. All right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes. Hello,
Okay,
sir.
next one. After that, then you take out the 2 eggs or the poached egg. What are the next steps? Let me call Ika Faturahmawati. Hello, Ika Faturahmawati. Hi. Hello, Ika. Can you hear me? Hi, Ika. Halo, Ika. Ini yang bernama Ika Faturahmawati apa mendengarkan Mr.Bernard? Atau tidak mendengar atau bagaimana? Melihat kamera saja tapi tidak. Okay, anyway, yeah. Let me talk with Agustin Adam. Halo, Ibu Agustin Adam. Yes. Setelah telur rebus, ya, tidak sampai masak, setengah matang saja. Apa yang harusnya dilakukan? What do you need to do now?
I need to toss the
Before that, you have to, along the way, if you can make it at the same time, you're toasting the bread. Everybody toasting the bread.
Toasting the bread. Toasting the
Toasting the bread.
Toasting the bread.
Okay, well, you can have 2 slices, 3 slices of bread. Well, the video that we watch is just only 2 slices, right? But for the rest, what's that? 4, 3, 5 accordingly, right? That's your you can adjust accordingly. All right, okay. And then afterwards, let me talk to Lucas Sylvia. Hello, Lucas Sylvia, are you here? Oh, might be a little bit busy or occupied. Hernita Setio Wahyuni. Hello, Hernita.
Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Afterwards, what do you need to do?
Some butter. Wait a minute.
Okay, you spread butter for the 2 slices. Okay, that's true. That's very good. Thank you so much, Hernita. Siti Maisaro, after you slice the 2 slices of bread with the butter, sometimes they put in the jam, maybe they put in the chocolate. Well, suit yourself. You can make variation, but the traditional way of egg poach is you slice, you spread, you just spread the
toast.
Yeah, the butter. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
And afterwards, what should we need to do? Siti
Take out the egg, put on the top on the bread, and then put a little bit of salt and pepper.
Very good. Awesome. Thank you,
Mister.
Thank you. Then you are ready for your
breakfast.
Yeah, for breakfast.
Yes.
Everybody say egg poach.
Egg poach.
All right, so that's the way it is. And then we're going to make another one, another say of another Western culinary, Western cook. And then we need to know all these things and the vocabulary of the cooking, of the kitchen, and also in the sense of English connection with the Western culinary or Western food. All right? So another one, please. Bear with me for a while. I will just give me a second, and then I'll give it to you the next.
pong.
Obviously, I'm going to need... Hey guys, and welcome back to Crouton Cracker Jacks. Today, I'm going to show you how to make easy and delicious French toast. You know, French toast is one of those things, doesn't need to be complicated, doesn't need any fancy ingredients. You know, sometimes it's better just to keep things simple, and French toast is one of those things. So without further ado, let's get this recipe started. Alright, first thing, obviously, I'm going to need a batter for my bread. So in a pie plate here, I'm just going to crack in 2 large eggs, and do better than I did, and try not to get shells in your eggs. No one likes crunchy bits in their French toast. I'm just going to crack those 2 eggs into a pie plate, and using a fork, I'm just going to break these up a little bit before I add the rest of the ingredients. The reason I'm using a pie plate here is for when I go to coat my bread, it's just easier to do it in a wide, shallow bowl. To my eggs, I'm going to add in 1/4 cup of milk. You could also use cream or half and half if you're feeling decadent. I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of granulated sugar, as well as 1/8 teaspoon or 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Just a pinch of salt, maybe 1/8 teaspoon or so, and just a quick splash of vanilla. Try and use real vanilla extract though. And using a fork, I'm just going to whisk these ingredients together. Just to make sure that all the eggs are completely smooth. The milk kind of helps break up those eggs. You don't want any globules of egg on your French toast. You want a smooth batter. So just whisk that well. And let me just talk about bread for a minute here. I am using Texas toast. Texas toast is just regular sandwich bread, but it is actually cut thicker than regular sandwich bread. It's kind of a dry bread, crummy bread. And these particular slices are about 3/4 inch thick. And that's exactly what you want. You want a thick bread for this. And I'm just using this regular sandwich bread. You could use brioche if you wanted to, or French bread, you know, whatever kind of bread that you like. I just happen to like just plain old sandwich bread. It makes the best French toast to me. Now, I've got a frying pan over medium-high heat here. It's actually between medium and medium-high. I'm going to add in about 1 teaspoon of vegetable oil, as well as just a little pat of butter. Now, the reason I add both vegetable oil and butter is because I like the flavor of frying in butter. As well, butter kind of has a natural non-stick property to it. But the vegetable oil raises the burning point of the butter so the butter doesn't burn. Because you definitely don't want burned butter on your French toast. Well, maybe you do, but I don't. So that's why I do both. And you want to make sure that your butter and oil are hot before you add in your first piece of French toast. Otherwise, your French toast is going to stick, and you don't want it to stick. And you know when it's ready when the solids, the milk solids in the butter start to brown. I don't know how well you can see this in the video, but they're just starting to turn golden. That is the exact time that your pan is ready for your French toast. So what I'm going to do is just kind of mix up my French toast, my batter mixture a little bit here. Make sure that the cinnamon isn't, you know, sinking to the bottom. And dunk your bread just really quickly on one side, flip it over, get it coated on the other side, let it drip a little bit, and then add that to your pan. Now, a lot of recipes for French toast call for you to soak the bread. I do not like soaked bread for French toast. Maybe you do. I don't. I like my French toast to not be custardy. I like it to still be bread in the center. So I just do a light coat on both sides, and I'm just going to let this go for a couple minutes until it gets nice and golden brown on the bottom. Don't be tempted to move your bread around. You know, just let the pan do its work, let the heat do its work. You know when you're getting ready to flip, when the bubbles around the outside get a little smaller and they don't pop so aggressively. So go ahead and take a peek, make sure that it is nice and golden brown, and then you can go ahead and flip it over and cook it on the other side. Again, just cook it for a minute or two, just until those bubbles around the outside kind of simmer down. And then you can go ahead and remove that off to the plate. Add just a little bit more butter and vegetable oil to your pan between each slice, and continue frying up the rest of your French toast. And this mixture, using 2 eggs, will do, for me personally, 6 pieces of Texas toast, which is just perfect for me and my roommate. So yeah, just go ahead and keep French toasting all of your bread pieces, and then you can go ahead and pour some delicious maple syrup right over top. If you're feeling extra decadent, dust the top with a little bit of powdered egg. You can serve these with fried eggs and bacon on the side, or if you want, just like a little bowl of fresh fruit would be delicious. But yeah, like I said, Sometimes it's better just to keep things simple, and French toast is one of those things. So go ahead and give this recipe a try. If you do and you like it, go ahead and let me know down below in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more deliciousness, and keep up to date on all my latest videos. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Okay, guys, hello. Do you think it's pretty fast? I think the way he's talking is quite pretty fast.